David is unique among the biblical authors. He was a shepherd, a warrior, and a king. Even through his valleys and trials, he knew to trust in God's word. Jesus is the son of David, the good shepherd, the victor over death and the grave, and the King of kings who reigns forever and ever.
This is a story from the Bible about a man named David.
When David was a little boy, he looked after his father's sheep.
He had to be strong to fight off the wild animals who attacked the sheep.
But David also played the harp and sang to his flocks.
David was brave and loved being a shepherd. One day, while David was watching his sheep, his father came looking for him.
A man named Samuel was there to see David. He knew that David was someday going to be king, so he anointed him.
David always knows that God is with him. This is how David became a warrior.
One day, he brought food to his brothers who were in the army.
A 10-foot-tall man named Goliath was making fun of the army because no one will fight him. David bravely said that he would fight Goliath. David tried to wear armor and carry a sword, but it was too large and heavy for him.
Instead, he picked up his sling and 5 stones.
David was very brave. David aimed at Goliath and hit him right in the forehead, and he fell over dead. David knew God had protected him.
Even though he was very young and not very tall, God could see that inside of him he was bold and full of faith.
Years later, David became king of Israel. Most of the time, David was a great leader loved by the people.
He wrote many songs about God called Psalms.
David was a man who was dear to God's heart. One day, Jesus would be born of the family line of David. As young David watched his sheep, Jesus is our good shepherd, always watching over us.
God is with us when we face hard times. When David fought Goliath,
God was with David when he became king, and he will also be with us too.
Jesus is your shepherd, warrior, and king.
David was